towel that I use for combing out my hair. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start the detangling process. I know, I'm up late. Well, I went to Disneyland on Monday. We stayed over Monday night into Tuesday morning, which was yesterday. And yeah, so I slept in a bit till like almost 9:50, and then I took a nap this afternoon. So I ended up staying up kind of late tonight, just because, I don't know, I just had things I wanted to do, and I had not got around to washing my hair yet. So now I'm getting around to washing my hair. And then combing it out since I've washed it anyhow. So I have like this leave-in conditioner because I don't really like to use the detangling sprays anymore because I just feel like they make my hair really, I don't know, sticky or something. But this one definitely does not. I just like the texture. This one, it's very gentle. Okay, so this side, of course, is always going to be more tangly than the other side for some reason. This side just gets so tangly after I wash it. So this one, it says, what does it do? It hydrates, detangles, is a heat protectant up to 450 degrees, softens, adds shines, disciplines, and easy to style, leaves no residue. Yeah, I really like this detangling. Is it a detangling conditioner? What would you call it? I don't know. It's like they say it's like a style cream. There's no way down. Sometimes I find if I put a little bit of extra in it, like the first day, I do feel like there's a little bit of a cast. Just a little tiny bit of a cast, not a lot. Nothing crazy, but a little bit. That side feels so separated, like it just didn't need much at all. It's always the right hand side. I feel like something about being right handed and just maybe just pushing the side too much. I'm sure there's a way to modify it, but it just happens like every time. For some reason or other. Segments of it. This section is so naughty. No, I don't like that at all. Come on, bitch, man. I don't want to have this section that's so fucking naughty. This has always been my favorite section to detangle when you're doing the separation phase. I could never let my hair dry to 100% before I detangle. I'm like, are you? No. It's the wetness helps to detangle. Some separation just to make sure this side is doing pretty good. Because this side's really awesome. It's just this is the one side right here. It just likes to be so silly. I just think if a section's really stuck together, you want to do as much finger separation, as much detangling as possible before you even try to comb it out. This is just the fun section that does this. Start to come out. You know how everybody wants their own style? It seems like, so a lot of people, they do like really curly styles or wavy styles, and then they scrunch, like to the head and back, like to make it look a certain way. I just want my waviness, but just the way it forms itself. Like, I'm not gonna scrunch my hair ever. I just let my waviness come through in its own natural little way. That's what I do. I start off with a wide tooth comb when my hair is wet, because that's my preference. It's just, I do like the wet brush, but I just feel that when you go the first round, that first you start with finger detangling, very gently, my opinion, and then you move up to the comb, the wide tooth comb. So it kind of separates the tangles a little bit. They might not be perfect, but it starts the separation. For a long time I was just brushing my hair with a comb. It just does a lot more work because you have to do so many more passes to get everything out. little bit more up and over. Do some gentle feeler detangling before you start. Before you do any comb work or anything, you feel like it's just sticking. Before you stick a brush or a comb in your white hair, just finger detangle. Start low, and you keep separating. Go slow, very slowly up. And then if you feel anything kind of sticky, you just go back and you keep separating, and you keep separating some more, and you get more separating, and more and more and more and more and more. You just separate for however long it takes. Feel like we're starting to make some leeway. And you let it down. You can stick your fingers in, see if you can kind of open up. Do some more separation. Separate, 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 separate. You're put a lot of leave-in conditioner and a lot of wash-out conditioner in her hair. And nothing's gonna weigh our hair down. You wanna see? It just doesn't do it. Not when you have my hair type, so here's some oil. Boom! More. Because, like, you just washed your hair. You can put it back in like crazy. Like, you can do oil, you can do leave-in conditioner. So I don't have, like, a specific system that other people have. Like, some people are like, I have this particular system that I use for washing my hair. No. I just go by feel. I'm just like, does that feel good? Does this feel good? And the rest of the oil that I put on this side, I'll just kind of put into this side of my hair. So, hopefully like I put in some separation over there. Maybe that's not as separated as I thought it was. Okay. Go again. Now I feel pretty good about it actually on this third to fourth pass. I'm starting to feel really, really good about it because it's going to the top, taking it to the top. It's very nice. I know other people don't like to do the slow method, but for me, works. I'm not in a rush. Like, what am I rushing to? Oh no, I spent some time combing out my hair. Okay. Let's bring another piece to the front. So, you know, this will be half and half. That's going to be half the side. And while we're doing that, we'll just do some more finger separation. So kind of just going to step walking on this side. Just to make sure everything is nice and separated as much as possible. And then what we're going to lots of product on your finger and into your hair. I don't worry about how much this stuff is so great because it says does not weigh your hair down. Like I said, I've noticed if I get a bit much on it, like it has a little bit tiny bit of a cast. Like it feels a little bit crunchy, but that goes away like the minute that you brush your hair. Like if you put some water, oil in your hair, just kind of, then it's gone. Separate. I had a lot of fun at Disneyland, by the way. And you know what's kind of cool when you go to Disneyland as an adult? You can break it up, like a lot. Like you can do different things in different orders. And yeah, I haven't been to Disneyland in years, so it's kind of cool that I've been going back more lately. Because I went on November 29th last year, which it doesn't even seem like it's been a year. Well, it's been less than a calendar year from that date. But yeah, I'm just starting to enjoy going to Disneyland more again. Because I didn't think I was going to do it anymore. Because I felt like after the you-know-whaty, that I just didn't feel like maybe it wasn't a good idea. But I don't know. I've been feeling more open to it. And also, too, okay, so yesterday, a lot of the rides broke down. A lot. They would break down halfway through. Like, we were in line for the Haunted Mansion for an hour and 20 minutes. And there's certain things I don't really like. Like, I still love Disney, but I just don't like how now, okay, I get you have the Lightning Pass where you pay a little bit extra to go fast, like in the fast lane. But one thing I didn't like was I found out that, like, sometimes they charge $25 for some of the high end rides for people to get in line faster. And I'm like, $25? It's just beginning to feel like, okay, so you already pay your entry fee. Why should you have to pay that much extra when you already bought the Lightning? I don't know. There's just certain things I didn't like, but maybe it was just a particular day. And then, okay, so I felt like the rides were being run a little bit too fast, because I know the Haunted Mansion ride kept having technical errors, and then it broke down halfway through, and then we had to wait a few minutes until we got in a buggy. But here's the thing, I think they were making the ride go faster than usual because the music and the narration sounded faster, and then getting on and off, and I bumped my leg getting off the ride. I'm like, you need to slow it down a little bit, I think. I get you have a long line and you want to get people through the line. And then we went on Space Mountain a second time, but this was kind of disappointing because we waited a half an hour. The park closes at 11 now that it's no longer summer officially. I mean, it's still technically still summer, but the summer season has technically ended and it's more the fall season. They're already decorated for Halloween. But I just didn't like how the ride broke, like, after we had been in line for 30 minutes. It was just kind of annoying. So then we had like a half an hour left, like at the end of the day. And I ended up, with my sister, we ended up going on the Alice in Wonderland ride. So we did a lot of stuff. And I have to say, sometimes I have different opinions about different places. So she did not like the Hungry Bear restaurant. I didn't like it as much either this time because I got like a plant-based option. Like it had the Impossible Burger, but I asked for it without cheese. But the thing I didn't like was, I guess you had to ask like for tomato and onions, and they just had a whole bunch of lettuce on top. I don't know. This time it was just kind of like, it wasn't that great. And then she asked, because she likes more bland food, she asked for a chicken sandwich that was really bland, but she ended up getting one that was, I guess, too spicy for her. I mean, she really eats bland food. But I think if you order the plain chicken sandwich, how does it get mixed up to be a jalapeno chicken sandwich? Maybe because they're busy? I don't know. But anyway, I think in the park we would eat somewhere else next time. I mean, you can always leave the park and go eat somewhere if you want. And you can bring snacks with you into the park. I did bring a couple waters with me into the park, but it got kind of silly because, okay. It got kind of silly because on some of the rides, because I should have gotten the water on the ride before I went on it. But somebody's like, oh, you have to throw your water away before you get on the ride. I'm like, there's nowhere to throw it away. I don't know. I should have opened the water before I got on the ride. I was like, you know better. You know better, Julia. Don't do that next time. So you just have to make sure, like, if you do bring bottled water, don't bring like a sparkly water, because I like sparkly waters. I had an AHA water. Demonstration purposes. I brought a couple of these AHA sparkling passion fruit waters. Separation. Separation. Okay. Let's kind of water it down a little bit. Start at the bottom. Either way, I feel like there's a nice stickiness, like sticking. They're not separating. I try to work in quadrants. Sometimes I work in 6 quadrants. Sometimes I work in 4 quadrants. You know what I'm kind of tired of people saying? You just need to take things one day at a time. I just don't really believe in that, and I've never believed in it. I know some people like one day at a time. But it's funny because there's so many people that love to plan everything, but then if you start saying, what about the future? What about long-term plans? What about a better plan for something? And those will sometimes for the people that will be like, no, you can't think about what could happen in the future and the possibilities of X, Y, and Z. You just need to live one day at a time. And I just can't, and I never have been that kind of person because I like to have long-term goals and visions of things I want to do, and sometimes our long-term goals and visions may not come to fruition, but I feel like I've just decided for myself, because I've done things to help people to try and make it better, but since I'm being told that the one thing I did that I thought was pretty darn great and really big that nobody else could do, that basically it just reverted back to this person needs to make their own decision and one day at a time, but somehow their decisions, bad decisions, where they come looking for me, I just cannot be available. Like, I don't know, I can't be available to help them anymore because they're refusing to make a better choice, but whatever. And me being told, oh, one day at a time, they need to, I've just decided I just don't care anymore because I need to focus on my own life. I don't have time. I've done everything I could, and if you tried to help somebody and they completely disregarded everything you did for them, whatever. fast and too hard. Too far up, too fast, too soon, too far. I'm detangling my hair after washing it. Yeah. Still going too high up too soon. Too fast. I thought I had completely needed to where I could go up this section already. I use different ones. Like sometimes I use well, mostly I've been using the Selsun Blues Naturals right now, but I used for the conditioner, I used some of my the John Frieda Brilliant Brunette Midnight one that I had left over that I haven't used for a while. So I mix it up, and I don't use expensive hair products. Basically, I don't believe that you have to use expensive hair products. Look, like look at those Ukrainian and Russian and Slavic women that have super long hair. They don't use expensive products. They use drugstore shampoos. Okay? Amazing long hair. So I don't believe in the hype that you need to buy like some. And with inflation, I think you're just being a dodo if you fall for that stuff. Okay? So just stop falling for that stuff. Buy the economical stuff. It works better. It lasts longer. It's cheaper. But I do like Selsun Blue Naturals lately. I just have been liking that one because it has like this natural kind of smell to it. I mean, it's not completely natural. It has fragrance, but it just feels lighter. And I think that high-end shampoo is a scam, 100%. Like, high-end shampoos are 100% a scam. They're just a scam. Like, do not fall for the scams, guys. Unless you want to, like, waste your money on something really expensive. Personally, yeah, I don't spend my money on stuff like that. There's going to be more product going in my hair tonight. Definitely, 100% more. More and more and more. It's okay. I just try not to get in my roots, honestly, though, because I feel like, I don't know, lately, just my philosophy is just don't get it on your roots. Like, get it, and I don't even do mids to ends. I think, like, starting here, down. I just don't really want conditioner and oil in my roots, personally. I like to kind of keep my roots from getting that buildup on them. When I wash my hair, yes, I wash my roots, but I also let the mids to ends get washed too. Like, I'm not following what other people are doing, like where they, get a little bit of shampoo in their roots, and then rinse it all out, and then conditioner more from mids to ends. No, it touches all the surfaces of my hair, but when it comes to washing my hair, my roots really get the concentration of shampoo. And that seems to be what works for me, and it's very clarifying with a double wash, but a lot more product usage than what other people would recommend. Like, we just use a lot of product. We don't go sparingly on it, on any kind of product. We just use as much as we want. We're not following the rules and regulations of other people. We just do what we like, and it works. Very gently. We're going to get some more water in. Some more water going in as we gently detangle this section, and make sure this section is very, very detangled and very ready to go. Just very easy to take care of. Have to be difficult. No. If it starts sticky, go back. Finger detangle. I'm not like these people who think if you run a brush through your hair, that means you brush your hair better. No. That means you need to go back and finger detangle so you don't rip your hair out, okay? If you don't rip your hair out. Gently work our way up our hair shaft. Very gently, very calmly, very softly. Oh no. Anytime I feel like it's catching, we just need to go back. Super soft, super gentle, super slow. Lately, I've just been embracing the audience I have and the demographic I have. We'll talk about that. Let's talk about it. I like it. Like, some people would probably be like, oh my god, I don't like the comments that they make. Well, you know what? Free agent. Libertarian style comment base, okay? So I don't care what comments you make. Do your comments always align with exactly what I think? Maybe not 100%, but you know what? You know what? People can say whatever they want, and if it's respectful, I'll keep it. If it gets weird, I delete it. That's it. Like some people, like there sometimes can be comments I'm like, is that the type of comment I would make? Maybe not. Does it offend me? Probably not. I mean, so, and also I just am focusing on my own little hair channel, where I just make hair content for fun in the sun. Fun in the sun. That's it. It's supposed to be relaxing and fun, and that's the only requirement of it. Let it be fun in the sun. You're studying hair cutting? Okay, that's interesting. You're a hairstylist, I think. I think you're a hairstylist? Interesting. Okay. I kind of wanna, like, I like to put my hair over my shoulder after I have combed the two sections on one end and the other. And I like to bring it back over this shoulder to try, because I know some people have their own method, but I just find that this method is the most gentle for getting out any big tangles. It may still be in there, because I'm still going to do a wet brush round on my hair in the morning. Soft, very, very soft. I never did a live haircut. That didn't happen. No. I think you're thinking of someone else. I did cut my hair, but just so everybody knows, I never did a live stream where I cut my hair. I never cut my hair on a live stream. Okay. I never cut my hair on a live stream. I think people are confused. Like, they're thinking of other people. Maybe somebody else did that, but the only 2 videos I've ever done where, like, I showed trimming my hair, those were actually edited videos. I might have talked about cutting my hair, but I explained the reasons for it at the time. So it's been explained and people knew why, and yeah. What I think would be worse, just my little opinion, is if you don't listen to what someone's saying and you like react. Sometimes that I think that's where people should maybe, I don't know. This is really good. Okay, well, my hair is long enough, and I've been growing my hair for 2 years, so the people that don't know, they just don't know, like, they just don't know, like, but the people that do know, like, they do know. It just depends on if you know or you don't know. Not everything is going, I guess, is language barrier, and maybe trying to be more aware of what somebody's saying in a video. I don't know, like when I watch videos, I guess I really take it upon myself to be aware. Like I try to hone my awareness of whatever the person's saying in the video or whatever's happening in the video. Like I try to, like even if it's a topic, like I really only watch videos about things that I really, really like or I'm interested in. But even if I just happen to watch a video about a topic that I don't really love, I try, or I endeavor to like try and understand what the person's saying, you know, so I guess I know what's going on. And I think a lot of people don't do that, and then they get confused or something. But it's okay, that's fine. It doesn't bother me. I just have noticed this. This is just my observation about life. Yes, I know you love my long hair, Renan. You've said that. But you like my hair when it's loose. Anyhow, like I said, I appreciate everybody in my audience. I'm happy you guys watch. I appreciate all of you. I do appreciate your view. And, you know, maybe that's good that you shared that with me. Thank you for sharing that. Maybe I should be like, you know, my view's my view, but you have your own view. So, yeah. I do appreciate that you share these things. In your country? What? I don't understand this. Okay. Just in my country. Well, let's see. You think people like short hair in your country? I don't know. I don't know what country you're in. I mean, a lot of people that are more into modern hair, they like short hair, but that wasn't the reason that I cut my hair short. Like, I never intended to do that. I explained, like, the first time I did it was because I did a henna treatment and I got this really bad tangle and I couldn't get it out in the bottom portion of my hair. So that's why I ended up cutting my hair. The second time was just because I was getting some scalp buildup, and at the time I was just getting feedback from people who thought that my super long hair, it wasn't even super long at that point, but they're like, oh, if your hair was short, it'd be easier to take care of. And I think I just kind of fell for some bad feedback or advice from people that are closer to me that never really understood. Like, even now, with my hair getting a little bit longer, I don't know, some of my siblings don't understand why. I have been wanting to grow my hair longer. They think like anything devoted to longer hair is a waste of time. They don't like, although I would say on the opposite end of the spectrum, people with really short hair end up spending a lot of time doing certain things that they do to their hair. So I don't know. I feel like it's relative. I think what it is, this is my opinion, I think because in our modern times, most people don't have like super, super long hair. So most people have like a preference for like something that's more trendy or something that they consider to be more low maintenance. But then when I look at the time, like for instance, my sister's hair probably is a little bit longer than mine now, but she wants to cut it, I don't know how short, maybe mid-back length, a little bit shorter than that. But to her, like, she thinks like what I do with my hair takes a lot of time. But I think sometimes if you look at the things that some people want to do with their hair, like where they, personally things that I don't want to do, like where they use a flat iron on their hair to straighten it, I feel like that actually takes a lot of time and it's damaging. So I guess it just depends on what your goal is with your hair. Like if you want super long hair, you don't want to follow any trends, okay? So what anybody believes in a specific country or culture, unless you're living in a very traditional culture where a lot of people have long hair and kind of cling to more traditional ways of life, what the majority of people in your country think about long hair doesn't really matter. What matters is if you like long hair. Because this goes with a lot of things. Like I talk about things all the time that are super popular in the US, and I don't do those things because, you know, they don't really appeal to me. I don't believe in hair donation though, because I see that somewhat as somewhat of a scam, guys. Because unless you're getting paid a lot of money to do that, like all those hair extension companies are making a big profit off of you, and I wouldn't support their profit. Like, if you want to donate your hair, be more aware of who's profiting off of that. Personally, I take more of a almost Islamic view on hair donation. Like, I think it's sacred and you shouldn't, like, I'm not a Muslim, I'm a Christian, but I'm drawn to certain Islamic belief, and I don't think you should donate your hair because it just feels like it's a sacred part of you that you shouldn't give away. But that's my opinion. And in the West, like in America, I'm just really disenchanted with people who go around telling women that they should cut their hair and donate their hair. I find it very presumptuous. I don't think anybody should be telling anybody to donate to a specific anything, to be honest with you. That needs to chill. People need to do charity in their community, where you make poor people a dinner, you find housing for homeless people, do something within your community, because a lot of like the donation pressures are just not healthy and they're not true. Like, if you really want to be a good citizen, build a homeless shelter in your community. Stop telling women to donate their hair. I think I might say that next time. I'll be like, so are you building a homeless shelter in your community? And the next time somebody's like, oh, are you going to donate your hair? I'll be like, oh, are you building a homeless that would like stop them in their trackies. Because I just think there's something really wrong with the whole, like, making women feel like they need to donate their hair thing. Like, why? Because that's a thing in the U.S. too, but for slightly different reasons. But so many people are profiting off it. Don't donate your hair to anybody, ever, at any time. Be very skeptical of any organization that wants your hair. 127%, you know? We preach that on this channel. Yeah, well, follow it, because somebody's making an extreme profit off of that at the expense of someone else. And nobody needs a wig. There's synthetic hair these days, guys. Nobody needs human hair wig, like in 2023. There are synthetic wigs that look so real. Nobody needs somebody's human hair on their head. And yeah, but this is part of a belief system where I don't believe in hair donation. But you do you, if that makes you happy. But I'm just going to say to everybody, we have kind of an anti-donation hair stance on this channel. It's kind of pretty strong cookie, kind of an anti-hair donation stance. I've kind of taken that stance. I might do a strong cookie video about why you shouldn't donate your hair. That could be controversial. That could like light people up, you know? That's kind of what I'm thinking about going at next. But yeah, I don't really. I mean, I do think about doing that sometimes, but honestly, I don't know. I think there's a few people that have done documentaries about it that show that the women who donate their hair get paid like nothing. Or even if they do get paid like a good amount, it pales in comparison to what those CEOs like flying in the helicopters that are making billions of dollars off the hair industry. And I just find it kind of creepy too. Like, why do you need somebody's own hair, somebody's live hair on your head? Like, you can buy a synthetic wig and they look good. I don't know why you need somebody, like, this is my view. Nobody needs somebody else's hair on their head. It's just not necessary in any situation. Like, there are people that desperately need hair for certain reasons, and they opt to wear synthetic wigs for like personal moral reasons. So when anybody says, oh, I must have human hair, and they make it seem more prized, I just don't agree with that. But if you agree with it and you don't have a problem with people getting paid nothing or sometimes not at all, when other people are having an extreme profit off the hair extension industry, you know, do it. To me, it's deceptive on the biggest level. It's just like the biggest deception. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Now, that's where the women give their hair for free and they don't even get compensation. But at least they're willingly donating their hair, okay? Like, there's Indian women, they're willingly, like, that's part of their faith. But the thing that disgusts me about it is the temples sell it, okay? They make a little bit of a profit, But it's not even the temples, it's the people who make the extreme profit, like the hair extension industry. They are the ones that make me so sick. And then you have ones that go, like hair extension companies that go into like, Thailand, Cambodia, China, where sometimes women, they don't even want to cut their hair, but they are so impoverished that they feel forced to do it, and they get paid a little, maybe like a month's wages in their salary, which is like nothing compared to like what the hair extension industry makes off their hair. And then you have some women, young women, who are dragged by family members against their will. That's why I say that hair donation kind of might have slavery overtones, because you don't know the supply chain of the human hair. Whereas synthetic hair is just synthetic, and like no other human was involved in that. And I personally, that's just my view. I just can't get on board with hair donation. And then in the US, not even in India, in the US, you have a little bit of scammy whammer going on, where like you have some certain organizations that say, oh, we're creating wigs for kids in need, but some of those organizations charge the family for the wig. And then I guess they tried to do some PR rehabilitation work saying, no, we don't really do that, and that was a rumor, we don't do that. But even the ones that give the wigs like to kids for free, there's a lot of hair that doesn't meet their criteria, and what do they do with that hair? They sell it to the hair extension industry, which profits big time. So I don't know. I personally am just not a fan of it. Like, I just am not a fan of the hair extension industry because it's so problematic, and I don't really see that many scenarios where it's a good thing. Unless you believe, unless it just doesn't bother you, and some people are like, it's just hair, it doesn't matter. But to me, there's something spiritual about hair that if you want to donate it, fine, that's cool. But what grosses me out is the people that makes an extreme profit off something that you did for religious purposes. That's disgusting. And it's funny that some people would call out other things, but for some reason, because it's just hair, people don't care. But when it's not just hair is when young women are being forced to cut their hair by family members so that they can make a tiny bit of profit, but the hair extension industry can make an extreme profit. That's disgusting. And synthetic wigs look just as good, but for some reason people don't like synthetic wigs because it's not human hair. But what makes any other human entitled to somebody's hair? No human on this planet is entitled to somebody else's hair. They're just not. To me, that's a moral dilemma. You're not entitled to anything from anybody else. I guess it just goes back to my feelings like Khalil Gibran, nobody owes you anything. Why are you entitled to somebody else's hair? I get it, some people might not be able to grow their hair, they might have health issues, but you could wear a headscarf, you could wear a synthetic wig, there are options. You don't need to wear somebody else's human hair. It just feels weird to me. But other people don't have that same moral dilemma about it. But I have a big moral dilemma about it. To me, it's like a moral dilemma. And I just believe this in my heart. 100%. I think those women that believe it's spiritual, that's great. Like I said, if it's their spiritual belief and they want to give away their hair, yes, they did that out of the kindness of their heart. But the thing that disgusts me about it is the people who prey upon that. It's in every culture, there's people that prey upon good people that do good deeds, and they use those people as a profit margin. And that is also a form of slavery, right? I know people are like, oh, there's no slavery nowadays, but no, that's a form. And it's nobody is seeing this thing that I'm seeing, that the hair extension industry is a form of modern human slavery. Because even if these women willingly gave away their hair for free, you're profiting off something that somebody gave away for free. I don't know. It just really bothers me a little. That people, but other people they don't care. I see it as a big giant moral dilemma that there's people who profit. If somebody's religion says they want to donate their hair, I just don't think people should be making an extreme profit off that. I don't think those companies should be profiting off those women. I mean, it's gross. It's really gross. But hey, other people don't feel like that. That's just my opinion on the issue. I just find it to be a moral dilemma. And in the US, it's definitely a moral dilemma because there's a lot of companies that pretend that they make wigs for kids who, need them. And they always say cancer, but it turns out most of the hair wigs go to children with alopecia, not cancer. But they use cancer because it's like, oh my God, like I'm a good person. If I donate my hair to the cause of cancer, even though the majority go to kids with alopecia, not cancer, because there's more kids that have alopecia hair loss and cancer hair loss. Like, that's the statistic. But the way that it's portrayed is like the marketing for it. And it just, I don't know. And then people are guilt tripped, like other women guilt trip other women into cutting their hair. And no, that's got to stop. That's got to end. And I just want to end that but then there's other things like here in the US, they're not doing anything about homelessness or housing market going crazy through the roof. There's people going around telling women that they should cut their hair for charity. But are they doing anything for those families who might have lost their house because the kid's family had to pay for like certain treatments? Like, are they going to buy them a house? Why don't they buy that family a house? Do something that could really help that family in need. I mean, if they want to make them a wig, that's cool, but there's also a profit side where they sell a lot of that hair to the hair extension industry. I'm just not a fan of it. And if you love the hair extension industry, good for you. I don't have to like it. I can find it creepy. But, other people love it, and they don't have any moral dilemma with it. Just like some people don't have a moral dilemma with eating meat, and I also don't eat meat. And some people are just like, Julie, you have all these rules for yourself. No, this is just how I view the world. You need to go live the world and view the world your way. But for me, I'm not going to eat meat or participate in the hair extension industry, in any shape or form. So those are just two things that are important to me. And I just think I decided at the end I'm not going to make a hair video about hair extensions because, I don't know, I think there's plenty of people who've talked about it. I just talk about it casually in hair live streams, but I have to say I like the way my hair turned out after washing it. It's so nice. It feels so clean. I know I put a lot of leave-in conditioner in it, but it feels good at the end to do that because it just feels like it kind of helps. Well, I don't know, maybe you just like long hair. You can like any length of hair you like. Whatever you like. I mean, I don't know what you're supposed to like. I know what I like. So you can like whatever you like. Else can like whatever they like. So yeah, I'm just going to go to sleep in a few minutes. I'm up really late here in California, but like I said, I went on a trip to Disneyland. I got back and I took a nap earlier in the evening, so yeah, I ended up staying up kind of late. I'm just gonna kind of do one more brush through just to make sure. I'm definitely gonna go through my hair with the wet brush in the morning just to like get the rest of any tangles out, but I'm just doing like a very light combing tonight, very light over my shoulders. I like to pull over the shoulder and one last go around. Makes it feel good. Renaud's from France. Like, I have an international audience. Renaud is French. He's a French musician. He had some cool videos. I have people from the UK, the US, France. There used to be some like Saudi people that sometimes, or an Iraqi guy. Like, I have people from many different countries that watch this channel. Like, I have a pretty international audience. I would say the main views used to come from India, I would say since my traffic's different these days, like now it's like US, India, sometimes Turkey's next, sometimes like UK's next, like it can fluctuate from week to week. But I have a pretty international group of people that watch this channel because I don't know, I just do. That's kind of my channel because I love to talk about history too. I mean, a lot of people love long hair, but I think a lot of people like this channel because I love the world and I'm interested in history, and my degree was in history, my BA anyway, Bachelor of Arts. So I always talk about history, and I think that's another thing that kind of, like, I really appreciate my international audience, like, a lot. Like, people from all around the world that watch this channel. It's really cool, you know. Well, there's people that just watch this channel from all over the world because there's people that like long hair or they like what I talk about. So that's how. I mean, I don't know how everybody found me originally, but I just know I have an international audience. I always have. It's nice and separated. I just don't want my hair to get tangled when I lay down. That's the whole purpose of braiding my hair, so it doesn't get tangled. I mean, I'd probably smooth it out more if this was like a daytime hairstyle, but it's just around the house braid, a sleepy braid. Like, I do like a looser braid if I'm not going anywhere, but I found over time I like to have a low pony braid because the low pony gathers the hair and it just kind of keeps it more contained. And I think something about the low pony braid having a scrunchie, not a scrunchie, but a hair tie at the top. I don't know if I want to do a scrunchie at the bottom anymore. Like, I liked the way that looked the other day, but when I went to Disneyland it came out and I didn't like that. So I feel like scrunchies are decorative in my hair. They don't stay. I just need things that stay in my hair that don't come out because I like my hair to stay put once I put it in something. I don't want it coming out. Because then that defeats the whole purpose of, like, styling your hair in any way. Like, if it just comes out, what's the purpose then? Anyhow, this is my hair in a sleepy weepy braid. Thanks for watching, guys.